you remember another time? You weren't involved in this, Chick. You'll be raging. We were doing another Rabsy Nesbitt in Amsterdam.
Oh,
and we were staying at the Amsterdam Hilton with Juventus. Our pals, Juventus, were staying at the same place. I mean, literally, just everywhere you went, superstar.
We drew up in the bus to the hotel. It was the Amsterdam Hilton, just down from the old Ajax Stadium. And we were sat in the bus, and the two of us were rooming together. And the bus pulled up, and they all got off. Del Piero, Boxic,
Zidane was there at the time, Torricelli.
He goes to me, he goes, give me your pen. I said, you're not going to ask him for his autograph, are you? He said, give me your pen. He went down to Alessandro Del Piero, and you said?
Alessandro autografico per favore. And he went, okay. He spoke English, better English than me, innit? And he signed it, and then Johnny goes to me, give your pen, pen. And he went like that, and he signed it. And then you say to him, good luck tonight.
I said, good luck tonight.
And he goes, thanks.
Thank
I mean, it's perfect English. You know,
do you know what's amazing about that story?
What?
That of all the cities in the world, you two were in Amsterdam and you were sleeping together.
Well, we weren't sleeping together.
You shared a room.
We all had to double.
You didn't sleep together, you stayed awake together.
I shared a room with you and Rapallo, but we didn't sleep together.
Oh, wait a minute, you sneaked into my room because you had nowhere else to go. Different thing with this.
That's true.
Aye.
The funny thing, just to finish off that wee Amsterdam story, the big talking point in all the news was Alan Boksic. Remember him? He played for Juventus, a big Croatian. He wasn't Croatian, remember? And the big story was Alan Boksic playing, and they were saying he wasn't. Alan Boksic was sitting in the bar with Tony Roper and all that, because they were all in the bar, and Alan Boksic just sitting there getting frazzled. There was no way he was playing, but we knew all that, but we couldn't tell him.
So in Rapallo, this is 1990 World Cup, and I don't know if you guys remember, but there was this. We woke up one morning, the sun was ablaze with headlines that Mo Johnson and Jim Bett and someone else, like maybe Roy Aitken, had shattered the curfew. Andy Roxburgh they were supposed to be in by midnight, and they'd let them out in Rapallo, and they come in at 2 in the morning, and the Andy Roxburgh had savaged the player. And the story was leaked out, and the Sun had the story. And there was a morning meeting at the BBC Hotel in Rapallo, and our boss said, right, we need to follow up this Sun story, investigate. And Dougie Donnell and I looked at one another across the meeting table, and with our eyes met. And the thing was that me and Dougie had been out with Craig O'Veen and Murdo MacLeod an hour after Mo get back to the hotel. Well, I'll just let that one go. I think we could have stitched the boys up.
We met up with Jim Bett when we went out as well. Not remember that? In Rapallo.
So this must have been all the same night.
Why do you think?
No wonder we get pumped. They were out to 3 in the morning.
But that's an interesting. Why do you think players are like that? I mean, because you're like that. And that the mischief.
I'm like that without the football ability, though.
No, it's like they've got all that, and they've got the biggest game of their life. All these things coming up, and they go out and get pissed, or they go out and have a couple of beers.
Well, it's
But you've actually got to physically climb down their own pipe and out the fence. It's not just like you walk out the door and
I think they did. I think they just
utterly weird.
I think they just wandered out the hotel.
It was a curfew and they never came back.
Yeah. Macca tells a great story about breaking a curfew when they were abroad with West Ham United, and he said they all came back. They were out the night out, and they all came back in, and they're all back in the rooms. And Frank says, "Oh, stuff this." He says, "You're supposed to be back in at 11." Mike says, "I don't come in at 11. I go out at 11." And he says, and all the boys, he says, well, one of Alan Devonshire or somebody says, "I'll meet you on the fire escape." He says, and I'll try to get the door open the fire escape. And they couldn't go home properly because the rest of the first team were all standing there trying to get down the fire escape. He says, they all went out to about 4 in the morning. They came back. The manager, who might have been Billy Bonds, said, This is look, I know what happened last night. I don't know who was out. He says, but I tell you what I'm going to do. This was the team bus going back. He says, if whoever feels about it last night, if you leave £100 in the seat, I'm going out to go and get a coffee. Nothing more will be said about it. I'll go to a children's charity. And he says, they came back and there was 1,600 quid lying there.
Forget the ball, get on with the game. Subscribe now. And remember, it costs you nothing.